Most of us are aware that sunscreen helps protect our skin from the sun's harmful effects. But how does it actually work, and is it completely safe? Well, scientists have been studying and developing UV filters. These are ingredients responsible for shielding our skin from the sun's harmful rays, which is the main ingredient in sunscreen. These filters are effective in preventing sunburns, but some have raised concerns about possible health risks and side effects with these filters. And today, we're going to explore these concerns by looking at a scientific paper and its findings. And if you want to see the paper we're referencing, go to bearsciences.com. You can read our full short article there. And if you go to our reference section, you'll see the scientific paper we're referencing. But what are UV filters? Well, they are an active ingredient in sunscreen that protects your skin from ultraviolet radiation, the kind of sunlight that can damage your skin cells. There are three types of UV rays. There are UVA rays, which causes skin aging and inflammation and can suppress the immune system, which can damage DNA, proteins, and fat in skin. There's UVB rays, which causes sunburns and are strongly linked to skin cancer, and UVC rays, the most dangerous type. But thankfully, they are completely absorbed by the ozone layer and do not reach the Earth's surface. Thus, they don't have an impact or affect us at all. Sunscreens are designed to protect us from UVA and UVB rays. These are the types of radiations we are exposed to every day. This is why researchers and scientists developed UV filters, which again is the main ingredient that protects us from these harmful rays, which are found in sunscreen as well as other cosmetic products. There are two main types of UV filters: mineral/inorganic filters like zinc. These sit on top of your skin and reflect UV rays like tiny mirrors, so it's not absorbed by your skin. The second type are chemical/organic filters. These absorb UV rays and then turn them into heat. Now, many products combine both mineral and chemical filters so that it has broad spectrum protection, which means it protects both from UVA and UVB rays. So now that we know what UV rays are and what UV filters are, how safe are they? Well, UV filters have been shown to reduce sunburns and sign of aging in our skin. However, some chemical ingredients, especially those found in organic filters, have raised questions about potential side effects to people. But here's what we know. Mineral filters like zinc are generally considered safe because they are not absorbed through the skin. Though some people have had mild skin reactions, which could be an allergic reaction and less likely a huge side effect or a harmful side effect. However, chemical filters are absorbed through the skin. Some studies have found small traces of these chemicals in blood and urine. Sometimes these levels have occurred far above the US FDA threshold for requiring further safety testing. One study even found that applying UV filters containing some of these chemicals every 2 hours as directed can lead to levels in the bloodstream that reach more than 500 times higher than what the FDA considers safe without further data. This does not necessarily mean it's dangerous, but it does raise red flags and suggests further research is needed, especially when some studies suggest certain chemical filters may interfere with hormones, which also is known as endocrine disruption. Endocrine disruption can lead to a range of health issues such as reproductive issues, developmental abnormalities, and metabolic disorders. For clarification, the paper does not say sunscreen causes these health risks. However, it does say there are certain studies that show the chemicals in these UV filters used by sunscreens can cause these effects. However, other studies show no clear harmful effects from these filters. Thus, the evidence is very mixed and emphasizes the need for further testing. But again, for summary, this is what we know about the potential side effects and reactions from these filters. Allergic reactions can be triggered from these chemical filters in sunscreen, and potentially from a study, hormone disruption also can be caused based on lab and animal tests. There are also environmental concerns. Some filters have been shown to damage marine life, coral reefs, and ecosystems, which has led to less places like Hawaii banning certain ingredients in these chemical UV. There have also been other studies that have found possible links to some of these UV filters, which shows that they can make skin more sensitive to sunlight, can cause skin cell damage, and even neurotoxicity. Again, there's also been an animal study that has reported reproductive issues and other developmental problems, especially when animals were exposed to UV filters during pregnancy and development. This appears to be caused by chemicals leading to endocrine disruptions affecting the hormones and causing all these other side effects in these animals. With all this being said, should you still use sunscreen? Well, according to this study, despite the concerns, the known benefits of sunscreen outweigh the potential risks for most people. Sunscreen helps prevent sunburn, long-term skin aging, and UV damage that could lead to cancer. To stay protected, the paper recommends apply enough sunscreen, which is the recommended amount that should be stated on the label of the bottle, and reapply about every 2 hours after swimming or sweating. And also combine sunscreen with other protections such as hats, long sleeve clothing, and shade. And guys, sunscreen is one of the most effective ways to protect your skin from the sun. While no product is perfect, it is still important to understand both the benefits and risks of using sunscreen, so that you guys can make an educated decision for yourselves and do your own research. And if you'd like to learn more about the potential side effects of sunscreen, you can read our full article on bearsciences.com. It's all there, very easy to read, and you can subscribe to our free newsletter where you can stay updated with all our latest articles, including another one coming up about the side effects of sunscreen from another scientific paper. So subscribe and stay tuned for that. You can also become a member to receive early access to these articles and other exclusive perks, such as getting any of your questions answered in one of our articles. But make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos, and comment down below. What is your experiences with sunscreen? Have you had any side effects? We'd love to start the conversation with you guys because there's no silly questions at Bear Science.